Tell them about when we lost the Nintendo. I'll tell you guys a story. I'll tell you guys a story about the first time that I realized that there's no such thing as a day one. There's no such thing. I thought blood was thicker than water, and it turns out that's not true. I thought there were certain people in this world that I could trust with my life. I thought I would have an esports career, and it was all taken down by one person. Miss AKA my mother. When I was a young boy, I liked to play video games. I played them a lot. My family had a Nintendo Entertainment System. You had Mario, you had Duck Hunt. We also had Tropico Island or something, some weird games, but all I would play as a kid is Mario and Duck Hunt. I would sit 2 inches from the TV, I would hold the gun up to the ducks, I would shoot them, and then the dog would laugh, and I would laugh, and the dog would laugh, and I would laugh, and the dog would laugh, and I would laugh. And then I'd go play Mario, and I could really only beat Worlds 1 and 2. So I would play Worlds 1 and 2. And I knew how to get to the warp in World 2. And so as a child, I was probably 4 or 5 years old. Oh, how old was I? 4 or 5 years old? I would get to World 2. I'd go in the warp pipe. I'd die in the world. I would start all over. I'd beat World 1. I'd beat World 2. I would get into the warp pipe and I would die. I would beat World 1. I would beat World 2. I'd go in the warp pipe and I would die. And I would do this for hours. No one was happier. I was like a pig in shit. I truly could have died at that moment and it wouldn't have mattered to me. That's all I loved in this world. I was 3? That's even crazier. It's crazier that I was so goated. And then we moved. My great-grandmother died, and she left a little bit of money to my mom. And so my mom, my brother, and I moved from our condo-looking thing, apartment, ground-level apartment, into a house. It was very cool. I got my own room I used to have to share with my brother. How exciting. I'll be able to play Nintendo all the time. We get to the house. I'm unpacking stuffed animals, toys, books, everything I love. My favorite yo-yo, I'm yo-yoing. And I think, oh, now it's time. Now it's time. Let's unpack the Nintendo. Let's plug it in. Hey, you want to play some Duck Hunt, brother? You want to play some, let's play some Duck Hunt. And he goes, hey, I can't find the Nintendo. And he's 10 years older than me. So that he's in on this. He is in on this goddamn scam. This is not like, hey, we were both scammed. I was the only one scammed here. And so I go to my mom and I say, hey, we just moved. We brought in all these boxes. Like, hey, where's the Nintendo? And I'm 3.5, 4, somewhere around there. Nintendo, please. Got Nintendo. And she says, I'm not sure. Why don't you go look for it? And I look. I look in the living room with all the boxes. I look in the kitchen. Maybe for some reason it got misplaced. Who knows what we were doing? I'm a young kid trying to move. I look in my room. I look in my brother's room. I look in my mom's room. I look in the closet. I look in the second closet. I'm looking everywhere. I'm looking out the window thinking, could we have left it outside? Where could this Nintendo be? And she says, I guess it got lost in the move. How? How could they do this to me? Lost in the move. My one love, my one life, the only thing I liked. I was like a little 3-year-old smoking in a diner thinking like, is this all there is to life? It's over for me. Going dark. And I lament the loss of this Nintendo. I cry. I weep. I go through all the stages of grief. Denial. There's no way this could have happened. How can you lose a Nintendo? A Nintendo is a very expensive piece of technology. We are smart people. We would take care of our Nintendo. We would not lose this piece of technology. When that didn't work, I got aggressive. I said, this is bullshit. At 3 years old, I probably didn't say bullshit. I said, this is beans. This is very upsetting to me. Where is my Nintendo? And I got put in timeout. And then eventually, I made it all the way through to acceptance. Now, one thing you need to know about children, especially at 3 years old, is that they're very short. I was very small. Now, as a kid, I couldn't check the top shelf in the closet. As I got older, I got taller. As I hit a growth spurt, I would say at probably, 9, 10 years old, I was going through the closet looking at board games, which were on the 3rd shelf up. Okay, we want to play this. Let's play Connect 4. Me and Mom used to play Connect 4 a lot. Oh, we used to play Titanic the board game a lot. And by a lot, I mean once a year when she would finally play Titanic the board game with me, which I loved. And I look up and I see a box and I think, what is in that box? I go in this closet all the time. I look at these board games and I've never checked that box. There could be something interesting in there. And I pull the box down and I open it. Have you seen the movie with Gwyneth Paltrow? What's it called? 7? You know, he opens the box. Have you seen Pulp Fiction when they open the briefcase? That's me. That's me. I open it and what do I see? I see a Nintendo Entertainment System. I see 2 controllers. I see a Nintendo ray gun. I see multiple video games covered in dust. And I think, it can't be. It can't be true. I love my mother. I love my brother. I trust them. They told me that it was lost in the move. If it's in the closet, how could it have been lost in the move? And I confront her. And I say, Mom, what the fuck is this? I said that. At 9 years old, I said it. I said it. She grounded me then too. But I said it. I said, what in the HE double hockey sticks is this? And she sat me down. She looked at me. And she said, you were so addicted to video games at 3 and 4 years old that we had to have an intervention. We thought you had a problem. So I talked to your brother and we decided we were going to hide the Nintendo for the entirety of your childhood. And I think that was probably healthy. That was probably good. I was doing nothing but playing video games. But I look back on this time and I think that if I had played video games at a younger age, maybe I would be a pro player. Instead of streaming to you guys at 500 viewers, maybe I would have won the international. Maybe I would be double lift. Maybe I would be shroud. Maybe I would have been a slightly better gamer than I was. What an origin story. Man, what an origin story. I don't even want to talk about that. It hurts me. It cuts me deep. I truly thought it was lost in the move. And as a kid, I didn't realize, like, if it was lost and we love Nintendo, couldn't we just get another Nintendo? But we never did. Did I do the story justice, Kuiper BK?